I'm standing here in London, and you'd never know that above us, a secret war might be unfolding. Satellites are falling from orbit at an alarming rate, and some experts think it's not an accident. It sounds like science fiction, but we might be witnessing the dawn of a new era in space warfare, and it all centers around one country, China. Satellites, they're up there, silently orbiting Earth, powering our modern world. But lately, something strange has been happening. They've been falling out of the sky, not old derelict ones, fully functioning, vital pieces of technology, suddenly and inexplicably failing. In the past year, we've seen a 20% increase in satellite failures. Communications satellites, weather monitoring systems, even military hardware. The pattern is clear, but the cause? That's where it gets interesting. Microwave space weapons. It sounds like science fiction, but the technology is very real. These weapons work by directing a concentrated beam of microwave energy at a target satellite hundreds of miles above Earth. When hit, the satellite's electronics can be fried, solar panels overheated or orbit altered. Here's the kicker. It's all invisible. No explosion, no debris, just a silent, unseen attack. And according to Dr. Jane Smith, a space security expert at MIT,
these weapons could disable a satellite without leaving any traditional forensic evidence.
So why is Beijing under suspicion? China has been making massive strides in space technology, but alongside these public achievements, there have been whispers of a more secretive space program. Leaked documents from 2019 hinted at the development of advanced anti-satellite weapons in China. Satellite imagery has shown suspicious facilities in Xinjiang province, believed to be testing grounds. Beijing denies everything, of course, but the timing of these denials, that's raised eyebrows. Direct evidence is hard to come by, but there are clues. On March 15, 2023, a European weather satellite reported strange power fluctuations just before failing. Others have detected brief spikes in microwave radiation, and then there's the pattern. 60% of the failed satellites were in orbits passing over certain regions of China. The international response has been cautious. NASA and the European Space Agency are investigating. They're careful not to point fingers without proof. Behind closed doors, it's different. A leaked memo from the Pentagon describes the situation as a clear and present danger to space security. The idea of weaponizing space isn't new. During the Cold War, both the US and Soviet Union developed anti-satellite weapons, but those were mostly kinetic, actual missiles. This is subtler, harder to detect. The implications are enormous. We could be on the brink of a new arms race in space. GPS, weather forecasting, global communications. A large-scale attack could send us back to the technological dark ages, as Dr. Smith puts it. It's like having a sword hanging over our entire modern infrastructure. So, where do we go from here? International space law hasn't caught up with these technological advancements. The Outer Space Treaty of 1967 prohibits weapons of mass destruction in space, but it's silent on these new threats. Will we see a new treaty? Or are we heading towards a future where invisible battles are constantly being fought above our heads? International diplomats are scrambling to address these new realities. Multiple nations are now accelerating their own space defense programs. New satellites are being designed with hardened electronics and defensive countermeasures. The question remains, can we preserve space as a peaceful domain for all humanity? As I look up at the night sky, I can't help but wonder what's really going on up there. Will we ever know the truth behind these falling satellites? One thing's for certain, the space above us isn't as empty or as peaceful as it seems. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. See you next.